we're in our Q&A section. Q&A.
The reason why I'm laughing
Q&M
is because it.
Nobody sent me any questions this week.
Listen.
This week she got all the questions.
Yeah.
And they're all relationship things.
They are. So, one of them was pretty.
This was the mild one. I don't even know if there was a mild. Not that last one. That was.
Which one? No, we're definitely going to do the ghosted one.
Yes, not that one. Not and the one. Do the one about the married man.
Whoa.
Ah, yes. So, actually, I have to kind of go to the post really quick because I forgot to take a screenshot of it. Sorry, y'all. Oops. So basically, I asked a question in this group, and
Lord Jesus.
someone asked, "Do you date a person while they are still married but separated, living a whole different life from their spouse, or do you wait until the divorce is final?"
Oh damn.
Okay, so here's my thing. Don't do it, sis. Please don't do it, because you are gonna open yourself up to like a whole. It's a different kind of hurt. It's a whole different kind of hurt. I did it once. And I will never do it again, ever. As soon as someone says, "Oh, I'm separated." Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have a reason to do it now, but, no, absolutely not. Wait until they're divorced. Even ask them to give you the papers. Show me the papers, because, folks be lying. And this goes for both men and women. Don't do it. Whatever you do, please do.
Carl Thomas said, "I wish I never met her."
Right,
and
then look at you.
He told y'all he grabbed the air over his
Right, it
chest.
sure did. Real R&B.
Because
He grabbed the air. That's what it is.
Okay, my answer, yes, that.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably be very good at investigating and asking questions, because people do separate and do not legally divorce for
Years.
whatever the hell reason, but really truly live completely separate lives. If you're not a religious person, then there's not that aspect to worry about. But you really need to get down to the backstory. Maybe you should talk to her, and really find out, because the spouse may have their own life over there with a whole nother person. There's really no blanket answer or no general answer. It's kind of situational, but I know that people who get in these situations tend to not ask really deep questions. They're just in their feelings and they like somebody and they're like, okay, all right. Safe answer, just don't. But realistic answer, you need to get down to the reality of the whys, the whens, the hows, and then decide from there.
But also be prepared for what's going to come with that. Please be prepared, because you can't sit up here and just be like, "Well, I didn't know." It's like you have to be open to all of the possibilities and what could happen. So I definitely wouldn't do it, and because he eventually, he went back to his wife.
Duh.
Right.
They always do, right?
So I was just like,
Not always.
I mean, it was just like, and again, but they were living separate lives.
Some people separate and really hate each other, and it's
right.
not.
But what happened was, when she found out about me, then it was, "I'm really rethinking this," and the text messages were ridiculous. "I think that we should just stick it out for the kids," and I'm like,
"Oh, there's kids, run."
Yeah. So I was just like, "Oh, okay, well, I'll never do that again. Okay, thanks." Another question: how can I get someone to slow down and enjoy the process of dating before they jump into marriage? The reason why they are asking this is because she's currently dating someone, and him and his mother are actually planning this wedding. They're planning a wedding, but they're not there yet.
Are they just popping whatever woman comes along into this scenario?
Honestly, that's almost what it sounds
and the
like.
next girlfriend is like, "All right, what colors do you like?"
But I mean, it's kind of how it's going. So
I would be alarmed. I would be alarmed way more than flattered if I just was newly dating someone, and they were like, "And his mama?" That part.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't get
the
to
mama
say that
part.
because you are the one who wants to get married just like that. No, I don't.
Oh,
No. Most days.
Sometimes, you know.
Sometimes, like yesterday.
You should have whole post because if they didn't like you really fast, me and you were going to get married.
That's true. Maybe I should just marry you. Like,
Right.
whatever.
I mean, we're kind of getting close on the clock, but you know, there's still some time.
Is there like a time frame?
Huh?
We didn't really set a time.
We did,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, we're going to figure
I
it
mean,
out.
she was like, I really like the way you think, and I feel like,
you know.
I mean, it could be a dope ass union.
I mean, for
Y'all could
sure.
just have an open marriage.
we'll
I
have
mean,
great
we could,
insurance.
potentially. I mean,
Drainage.
right. We have amazing insurance. All the
Exactly.
soul
Money
notes
would be
will have
right.
all the general liability.
Right,
Anybody
like,
can contribute
yes,
all if they wanted
Yes,
to.
maybe y'all do need to work this out. Like, what do I need to do
Eat
to
whatever
get
you
this
want,
work
it's
for
fine.
y'all?
But I do want to get married, but I don't want to get married like tomorrow, and I would be alarmed if not so much as a man saying, I'm looking for a wife, you have all the qualities, let's see where this goes, and like it's him that's kind of like, I know what I want, opposed to his mama like, so are
We're
we
gonna
gonna
have
house
this wedding
beef
here,
and chicken? Like that's
Yeah,
weird to me.
I would be looking at my mom sideways. If
Like,
she
you
was
like-
like,
Because
hey.
She has a notebook and shit. Like, okay, so
according to this person, she said that they even have like the destination.
no,
Like,
because I don't even want somebody's mom planning my wedding.
Yeah, that's
you get a
scary.
mother's dress
Absolutely.
and you look cute, and the usher gonna come sit you down.
You want to take
And
your
that's
ass
So
That
I
is
would say
what you were there for. Dance with your son.
right, and that's it.
That
But
is it.
I would just say that there is a legitimate conversation that needs
Is
to
she
be
paying
had.
for it? Because then maybe she.
No.
No,
Still.
no, still that's a
Little more
bit.
say so.
That's a bit much.
Yeah,
How
But,
long have they been dating?
that she did not tell me.
Okay.
However, it's just like
She just wants him to slow his roll.
she just needs him to like slow down and
Just enjoy.
just enjoy the getting to know you phase. I would say that maybe you just need to have a legitimate conversation,
Talk
a very
to him?
serious conversation, and it's going to be hard because he may be advanced in his feelings, and you are just kind of like, I like him, but he's like enamored with you.
There are some
Like-
some men who are like that. I
Yeah.
haven't dated any of them.
Right.
Haven't really had that, but I've heard about it,
Oh,
and
gosh.
I think that would be. I'm also a Sagittarius, so I can talk all this shit about wanting to get married. But if
Yeah.
somebody gets really like, so I'm like, oh, whoo, that sounds a little bit like losing freedom.
Like, listen, have the conversation with this man, sit him down,
People don't talk.
and let him know that you're not in that particular headspace.
I am interested in being in that space, but I would like to have a bit of a journey to get there so
Right.
that it's really more meaningful to
And be
me.
careful in how you word it too, because you can't just make it like general.
So
You
your
kind of
mama
have to
took
make
your
it
notebook- her
right.
notebook
You
away?
kind of have to make it. I mean, if you feel this way about him, then you need to kind of make it about him and just be like, this doesn't change how I feel about you. However, we just need to scale it back a little bit. So I got another person who needs advice, and we will call her.
Is this the ghosting one?
It's not.
Oh.
But I mean, no, this was the other one that I sent you and was like, girl. And then we was like, girl. Like, yeah. So,
Alright.
we will call her Gemma. So Gemma said, I was talking to this guy in a group for a few months. We finally met. We had a good time. We ended up having sex. And she put, I was celibate for almost 2 years. We did all types of things. We didn't comment on each other's pages, but I peeped him talking inappropriately to one of his FB friends. I asked him about it. He got mad and tried to make it seem like I was insecure. So I fucking snapped. All right, sis. Mind you, we used to send nudes to each other before meeting. I only showed him my breast. At the hotel, I took pics of him while he was asleep in case he ever tried to post my personal pics. So when I started to feel disrespected, I'm sorry. I sent his little ass dick pic to the female. Fuck him. Don't play with me. I'm just disappointed in myself. Okay, so
Wait. I want to go back to the beginning.
okay.
Red flag number 1,
Uh-huh.
Facebook group. Nothing good's come from Facebook group. You always assume that whatever they DM you, they have DM
20
every
other
other
girls.
girl
In
in
the
the
group.
group.
In the group.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you, and why would you
You might
become
be special.
uncelibate for this dude? 2 years of celibacy.
But
what
you
about
like
him?
but
was like, you are the one that I'm gonna break this for. Like, were you that horny that you just threw away?
Yes, she was.
well,
Yes,
maybe she likes to think the best of people. And I don't know. However,
Facebook groups are trash.
I'm voting for 2 years. She was horny as hell, and he went on the luck of the draw.
He sent the right. So okay, so if he was sending news before you actually hit that, you already knew it was little, like because you already synced it.
well, he
Synced it?
synced it.
You synced it.
Well, you know,
Y'all be lying though.
They
Y'all. That's just. I mean, that's just stuff y'all go and say. Y'all just say that, but I'm gonna get out of the conversation because my wife's sitting over there. But y'all be lying. Y'all be
okay.
lying.
So here's
She
the
just
thing.
put the added the little on her just because she was mad. Because again, she had synced it. So, and then she did it. So
you met the dude in the Facebook group,
Mhm.
and before you decided to break your 2 years of celibacy with this dude, you was sending him titties, and he was sending you pics of his little dick.
Right.
It was acceptable enough that at some point you went to a hotel and you had sex with him and assumed that he was not sending pics of his little dick to anybody else, and you had sex with him. You already was suspicious that he might be a fuckboy because you're in the hotel taking pics of him sleep just in case he did exactly what he was doing.
Right.
And he wasn't secretive about it. He knew that you were going to see him flirting with somebody else, like on Facebook,
Right.
because he's not your man. Like there's no commitment in this. This was
the
sex.
problem. That's the
This
problem
was you
right
hooked
there.
up with the dude that you met in a Facebook group, and then got mad because he was talking to other people on Facebook. That's what they
Shit's
did.
weird.
Right. Well, this is the thing. First things first. Sis, you cannot, when you get nudes, you cannot, under any circumstances, expose, and this goes for both men and women, you
Trash.
cannot, under any circumstances, expose another person. You cannot share their nudes via inbox. You cannot post them.
She sent
On
a
your
pic
wall.
of his dick to the other girl because she was jealous that he was talking to her.
Well, this is the thing.
But maybe the other girl had already seen it
She
clearly.
already
Hold
seen it.
Hold on. The reason why I
The
say
whole
you
group seen
can't, the reason why I say you
I
can't,
probably have it.
ma'am. Come here, wait. Come here, wait.
Okay, go.
The reason why you can't do things like that is because there's legal repercussions to it, because that's considered revenge porn. So you kind of fucked up there. So he could actually sue you, and you could get in trouble. Don't do shit like that.
He probably
Please
won't,
don't.
but he
Sir, if
could.
you're watching,
Right.
you're going to really need some personal liability insurance.
Man, go ahead and
I just
give
want
it
to
a
make
call,
sure
and she will set you straight.
that if there's a lawsuit that ensues, we've got you protected prior to.
The
It
other
was
thing,
sex. Like,
right? The other thing is this: unless you guys had a conversation, because I am big on having conversations as far as steps as to where we are in the relationship. If you guys did not have that conversation of we're gonna either date other people or we're gonna just date each other monogamously, you cannot be upset that he was speaking to someone else.
did you even go on dates, or was it straight to the hotel? There's some information.
I mean, even if they did go on a date or two or three, it doesn't matter. It's just like, unless you guys have had the conversation.
No,
of,
it doesn't. You're right.
Okay, we're gonna have sex. However, we're only gonna have sex with each other. Or if you see me on Facebook doing X, Y, Z, you can't be. That conversation is something that needs to be had, and I think that that's where a lot of women and men get tripped up.
The only reason I asked about if they had dates, because in a lot of people's minds, if you spend time together outside of the hotel room, then you're automatically in a relationship. So that was more so to her mindset on how she got to the point from Facebook group to hotel room to now I'm going to send a picture that the girl probably already has
Right.
to a girl that you're flirting with on Facebook.
What if
That's
he
how you
did
met
fish her though? What if he was like sending her like someone else's dick,
her.
and then like, and then it was like when she got to the hotel room.
She didn't say the sex was whack though.
she didn't even talk about the sex.
Had he not flirted with the other girl, we wouldn't even be talking
we
about
would be
this.
talking about this, but whatever.
Okay, moving
So-
along. So girl, no. Like,
girl-
he was not your man. You were wrong for sending his picture to that girl. I know that you're mad. Been there. Have not done that to somebody though.
Right.
You kind of just got to take that L.
You got to be more careful.
If you're going to sex people in Facebook groups, then that is just all that it is. Like,
right.
Keep it real.
Do not expect a legitimate relationship to come out of it, especially if he's so open with being inappropriate. I wonder what he said.
Thought that she like broke her celibacy for this guy because he's so great, and then he wasn't because he just wanted to say
That's a lie, though.
What?
What's a lie?
That she probably broke her celibacy.
You don't think that she was celibate?
No.
Oh. Well, I mean, sometimes it happens.
I mean, just
Sometimes we don't be fucking.
so
Okay.
Next
so
question.
This comes from Tammy.
Okay.
How is it that I finally got bomb head? This is how it started.
Oh, this one's funny.
How is it I finally got bomb head in my car during lunch 2 days in a row and then get ghosted? So of course I slid in Tammy's DMs like, so I need more information.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Because I don't know like what was the basis of this. And this is what she said. He ghosts me because he refuses to allow himself to love me all the way through. Loving me and quote unquote letting me in scares him.
No.
I believe it's because of his own insecurities or because he's an undercover fuckboy. Either way, he is breaking my heart and I'm always full of anxiety when I fuck with him because I really love this guy and want to be with him. Okay, sis, he's a fuckboy. Like
There's
I don't know
so
how
much in there. I wish my therapist was here because she would be
Man!
like, ooh.
Let me pull up Talkspace real quick and be like, hey, so...
Number one, finally got some head in the car. I'm assuming that there's no relationship here. Like, this sounds like another sexual... We turn sex into relationships without people's consent and just be in whole relationships. Mm-hmm. They just be like, trying to fun. So you got some head in the car. I'm trying to figure out how the love part came in. Like, is she dating this person?
I think she's dating this person, how she put it. I think that they were at some point dating, but he's not giving as much of himself to her as she is to him.
He didn't say, I can't love you and I don't want to love you. She said, I believe.
Right.
Another assumption.
She assumed. It didn't ask him at all because it said, I believe.
Right.
He told me that, whatever, because that could also be bullshit if he didn't say that. Which it sounds like to me. Did she ask him, like, where did you go?
She hasn't contacted him because, well, this is the thing.
Well, how are we supposed to know?
Right. Well, my whole thing is this. If
These are fucked up people y'all dealing with.
Listen, I don't have these types of relationship problems. I got other relationship problems. Like communication is our like hardest thing because it's like I'm dating myself and that shit's fucking annoying. So with that being said, I don't have these sets of problems. So like I told her, I'm gonna not just bitch about.
I just think people really be in relationships with people who are not in relationships with them. Don't even.
How are you having relationship problems with people you are not in a relationship with?
I don't know, but all fuckboys give good head. So if the good head happened in the car, then she should have automatically concluded
So
that he was a fuckboy.
Wait, she could be a fuck girl because she didn't understand he was a fuck boy. Why has it always got to be it's
well,
a fuck
no,
boy?
fuck girls have the same characteristics of
fuck persons?
Right.
Right, okay, now
So-
you know we're going to the fucking world now, so we're fuck person.
Like always, the only thing that I can tell you, Tammy, is
He's not in love with you.
he doesn't feel the same way about you as you do him. I think you just kind of need to wash your hands of this, hold this L, unfortunately. It happens. It happens, and it's perfectly okay.
Or just keep getting the good head and don't.
Or
worry
yes.
about it.
No, don't. Because you know why?
Absolutely.
You're going to still be in
She
this
already in
damn
love.
same jacked up situation.
She
That's
in
the
love.
problem. They keep
She
getting
is.
head,
She
having
can't
sex
do
in
it.
the cars and all that, and they all, they mind
Some
fucked
people
up.
give really
That's
good
the
head
problem.
and you think you're in love.
So,
Is it because of the messed up energy? It's such in an enclosed space, and it's like the energy is just like swirling around.
the
she
car.
was already messed up before they got into that space.
But first, you gotta roll the car windows down,
Sage it, then get the head.
sage it, and then get
Then
your
get
head
the
in the
head.
car.
No.
But
He's
ultimately,
like, you're retarded.
says he's a fuckboy.
He doesn't.
Do not have any more contact with him because it's obvious that you feel a way about him. That he
She's
just
gonna still talk to him. We know.
and I know
She's
this.
in love.
I know she's in love,
So
and
just sit on his face. Just tell her that.
but she is in
Detach
love with
her heart
Too late. It's too late. She loved him.
Oh,
So
that's
like-
so sad.
There's nothing there that indicates. Like your gut already gave you the answer.
Your
before you typed
friends,
this
even
question.
your friends have intervened and have told you, like, listen, sis, you're dealing with a fuckboy. So I think that you just need to go on ahead and move in the other direction. And so Bird said I don't know if this was specifically for her. Right. He said it's you, not him. Ouch. I don't know who he was referring to. I don't know if it was.
It could go apply to any of them.
It really could.
Well, not the married one because he's into it. He's ready.
Yeah, he's definitely
The
ready.
other two,
However,
though.
she is not.
These dudes
Listen,
don't love
y'all.
you. Okay.
Right.
Was that the last one?
I got one more.
Stop being in relationships. People ain't in a relationship with you.
And stop having sex when you ain't, your
Man.
mental space ain't right.
Yeah, definitely the mental space.
Come girl, I had none in like 2 years, allegedly. So I see how that can happen. But
this is also the same woman that wanted to know.
would you believe in what the reality is that what's going on in another person's mind are two different things. If you don't ask them what the hell they think and just like get to it,
Right.
and then you can just spiral.
You can't.
Into, I believe that he can't open up and share his heart
It's
with
like
me,
Samus.
and he's not thinking about that at all. Like
At
right.
all. He's probably
Who
thinking
knows
about
what
Taco
he's doing?
Tuesday or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But this is also the same person who asked where was the dick, the good dick.
Oh, I don't
good
have
dick
an
that's
answer.
attached to
That someone's consistent.
who has consistent good dick. Like, she's got dick on the brain for real. So,
Which is why my solution is just fine.
but she's in love, so she can't do that. And with each orgasm,
In the car, she
She
said.
can't handle it.
she really does.
works
You
like
can't handle it.
Yeah. You know what?
You're in love.
You know what?
Can't handle it.
Tammy, put your vagina on ice.
She's not.
Take a sabbatical.
It's fall.
Take a holiday.
It's like hornball season.
Maybe we can talk about this, Angel. We can talk about it on the next show. Putting your vagina on ice and just the last one.
Vaginas are tricky. They will trick you.
She definitely gonna need a cleanse.
Okay.
She needs to sage. Do you recommend that to like sage?
Sage the bar.
Like, do you sage it? Like, I don't know.
That's for the next episode.
We're about
I got
done here.
questions. Like,
You want to get to your hood.